I'm Devin.
And I'm Tim. And we're parents at the parks, but not at GEO-82 because you're not allowed in there if you're a parent with a kid. Including adult kids, 20-year-old child can't go into GEO-82, the newest lounge at EPCOT that decides to practice segregation and age discrimination by not letting people in who are less than 21 years old.
All in the name of sophistication. Or is it maybe a child-free space?
There's no good reason why it would be restricted to 21 and up. We've run through our heads.
Let's play devil's
all
advocate.
the arguments.
What is the reason that they're saying that this is for 21 and older? It really makes you wonder, what is going on up in GEO-82?
Why is it not safe?
Why is it not safe for children?
Including 20-year-olds.
Yeah, 20-year-old children.
Are there topless women serving drinks in GEO-82? Are there bar fights? It's like, what is the reason why someone who is 20 or younger cannot be in that space? Disney want to give the impression that their theme parks are less safe than combat toys for 20-year-old soldiers, because that's the impression that it's just not safe in there. You can't handle what's going on in GEO-82. There are other places within the theme parks. There are experiences that children can't do. All of the rides have no age limits. There was only height limits. Because
for safety.
Their consideration is safety. So like some of the toys, the Safari Tour in Animal Kingdom, the scuba diving, and the Seas Pavilion, those of course are not for children because of concerns of whether they can do it safely.
But wait, it doesn't even matter though, because you have to pay extra to do those things.
True. There's no cover charge for GEO-82.
It can't be because of alcohol, because there's like 100 locations at EPCOT alone where you can order alcohol and sling it back with your kid right next to you. Wait, wearing your baby in a sling back that beer. They ain't got no problem with it.
Yeah. Every other Disney World location that serves alcohol, you can bring a child into. So it can't simply be, this is just a place for drinking, because they do it at all the other locations they let kids in. They serve food there. They do have on the menu zero proof, meaning no alcohol cocktails. And I'll be honest, the flavors that no little kid's gonna want to drink, but you're 18 years old, and you just graduated, and you're going with your parents to Disney World. Why not be allowed to go in and have a non-alcoholic drink in the lounge with your parents? It doesn't make any sense. Again, there's no good reason.
Lowering demand because it's a small space.
It's a small lounge. There's too much demand, so we have to cut out a huge swath of people, and it's just.
Like, how old do people even live to? Like 80 now? So literally a quarter of the population just Thanos snap them out of GEO-82.
So many other places that open up are in high demand that they still let everybody go to. For now, the Beacon Barrel, the new place opening, the Pirates Tavern opening up in Magic Kingdom, there's gonna be super high demand, and they've already said that they're gonna limit you to 45 minutes in there, like they did at Oga's Cantina, where everybody's allowed in. Again, these high demand places, everybody's allowed in. You have to fight for that reservation. I mean, that's just how Disney is.
Yeah, exactly. That's the nature of literally almost every reservation at Disney.
GEO-82 should be no different. I mean, if I want to bring a family of 4 in there, including my kids, I should be free to try to get that reservation spot just as anybody else, because I paid the same ticket as anyone else. I mean, the idea that like they want to keep GEO-82 sophisticated, so we can't have people we can't have 20-year-olds in there.
Yeah.
Even Victoria and Albert's at the Grand Floridian, which is Disney's only Michelin star fine dining restaurant.
The fanciest place on property, I would think.
You're still allowed to go there if you're 10 and older.
Well, there's some fancy 10-year-olds out there, I guess.
They do have an age limit. Well, under 10, you can't go there. Which is, whatever. It's at the resort. It's a fancy restaurant.
You gotta keep it down, Mick. This is one of them fancy type eating establishments. Why, thank you, Gorkon.
But even they understand, a 12-year-old, 15-year-old, 18-year-old can sit at a table and eat a meal without throwing a crazy tantrum or something.
No, wait a second. I've seen a lot of 3-year-olds, 2-year-olds, sleeping babies not be throwing fits. I guess some people might point out along the lines of the tours that you have to pay for to get to participate in, that you do have to be a certain age. There is Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique, which you do have to be 3 to 12 years old. But I mean, adults do get to accompany their children, so it's not like families are being separated or anything,
Right.
and only 3-year-olds are allowed in there.
You can't go in and see this hair salon that's inside the castle if you do not have a child with you. So that is the one time.
Well, and more importantly than that, though, I mean, you don't have a child and you don't have a reservation there.
It is a separate paid
right.
thing in a way that GEO-82 is not. But with Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique, as an adult woman, you can't get a princess makeover because it is against Disney World policy to walk around looking like a Disney princess.
Yeah,
because guests will be confused and think that you are a character. Right. That is the reason why adults cannot do a princess makeover. There are many attractions that Disney themselves say specifically are for kids that we often see adults going to without kids.
Yeah, every single character meet, Disney thinks that they're for preschoolers and children and toddlers.
But frequently you're in line for them behind a long line of adults.
And that's okay.
That's fine.
Hey, you paid to get in. If that's how you want to spend your time, go for it.
Pick whatever attractions you want to go to, whatever's your interest. And anyone should be able to see that how fundamentally unfair that is. Yeah. That adults are allowed to do anything they want to do, including things that were designed for children, and yet children are not allowed to go into this space. And adults, because if you're 18, 19, 20, can't go into this space and enjoy it the same as everybody else at Disney World. And some people might say, well, I mean, you're upset about this adults-only space, but, I mean, Disney has been doing so many things for kids lately. I mean, they did, for the Flower and Garden Festival, they did Play Along Bay, that cool little playground.
Super cool.
And if you just want to go look at it, look at the Imagineering, look at all the cool details that are in there, you're welcome to do that as an adult with no kids. You're allowed to go into any space that you want and look around and everything.
I mean, that's kind of like the heart of Disney is like they want you to appreciate the Imagineering that goes into things and the small little details.
We want to see what the inside of GEO-82 looks like, but we're not going to go in there without our children on our Disney vacation. We're going as a family. We want to do things together as a family. We want them to be able to see all the things that we can see.
And we're guessing many families out there feel the same. Like, even if maybe you don't want to go to GEO-82 specifically, the idea that Disney would have a space that you're not allowed to bring your kids in and that you can't experience together as a family.
Not even just to look around.
Right.
Not even just to go in there and look around. They would bar you at the door and say, you and your children
are not welcome here.
Are not welcome here in this Disney World theme park location. This summer, have started Cool Kids Summer, a lot of fun activities at all the different parks, things for kids with performers and characters and dance parties.
Yeah, can you imagine if they stopped you at the door and like asked to see your birth certificate to see that you were under the age of 10 or something?
Right,
like you can't go. Yeah, you can't go in unless you're under the age of 10 to like dance with the characters, because we have already been to Cool Kids Summer. And we saw many adults without children dancing with the characters at dance parties, interacting with the characters outside.
And the second point about things like Play Along Bay and Cool Kids Summer, the efforts that Disney deserves praise for doing these kid-friendly things. They absolutely deserve praise for that. But they are temporary.
Yeah.
They are a seasonal event or a seasonal promotion just for the summer, and then they go away. GEO-82 is permanent. It's, as far as we know, here forever.
Well, we certainly hope that they maybe change the age limit. Like, certainly. I hope that this was, someone had a bad idea and...
But it seems awfully coincidental that they're like, we'll open an adults-only lounge, but we'll take the sting off by having these promotional events and show that we're all about kids, but that's going to go away, and the lounge will remain kid-free. So, don't get distracted by that. Give them praise where it's due, but also make sure to hold them accountable for when they're not welcoming your family the way that they should be. For those who agree with us that, Disney is wrong to have this policy of having spaces inside the theme parks where you have to be of a certain age to go in there, then be sure to let them know. Still bring your kids to Disney World. There's still so many magical experiences. Don't let people push your kids out of those parks. Bring your kids, being all those attractions that you can bring your kids to, and do all those things that you should be allowed to do. And then when you get your survey from Disney about how your time was, be sure to let them know did not feel welcome, that you couldn't go into certain places because you have children with you in Disney World, and they're banning children from those spaces. That's the only way that Disney is going to change it, or certainly not expand it and create more spaces and more parks where your kids are not welcome, where you're not welcome, where your adult children are not welcome. And let us know in the comments what your thoughts are, if you agree with it, if you don't agree with it. And if you do agree with what we've said, show support for our channel, hit the subscribe button, because we have more videos coming up. This is a new series we want to do, Parents Perspective, where we sort of talk about either breaking Disney news or just different topics related to Disney.
Some like fun. Oh, there's our cat. Pretty girl. Some are more lighthearted and fun. Other will be, topical things that are changing at the park.
Changes we might like to see at the park, ideas for attractions, and things that we would want people to jump into on the comments. We'd like to have a dialogue. We'd like to have a community.
Yeah, we'd love to hear your thoughts on stuff, too, and things that we didn't think of. So it's a collective sort of parents' perspective on what's going on at Disney World, and I think it can be a lot of fun.
So be sure to subscribe and stay tuned for more of these videos from Parents in the Parks. Thank you.
Bye.